mysterious. I think I found my own way. Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing. My love, trying to hold my feeling. I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way. I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think we're made of something. I think we're made of something.
to have recently died have been returning to life and seeking human victims.
People whispering through the room in the night, they're hunting for strength. Softly threats urging in my chest. Came to the bed, I've got voices in my head. 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 Came to the bed, I've got voices in my head. Voices in my head.
Hey guys. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Let's go, DB. Happy to see you. Welcome in. Guys, I got... Доброй ночи. I got new family member. She's so teeny. She's so teeny. Guinea pig, yes! Look at her, she's so cute. She's so cute. Это морская свинка. Ее зовут Капучинка или Чино. So her name is Cappuccino. Chino Cappuccino. So Vlad suggested Chino. I decided like, okay, that's going to be okay. She can be Chino. Because it's, you know, sounds so cute. I get one because I need to adapt her to, you know, to my dog and environment. And yeah, then I'm planning to probably get another one. Why Chino? Because Cappuccino. Because look at her. Look at her color. She literally like Cappuccino. I'm not a big fan of lattes, so I prefer cappuccino. So she's going to be cappuccino. Любит ли Чина NASCAR? Конечно. Конечно. Будем вот вместе сегодня смотреть. Okay, guys, let's go. Go on to watch the broadcast together. Talk a little bit, and yeah, we'll be with her today. Isley's so excited. She's like, oh my god, this is so cute. Like, what's that? She's just too excited. Yeah. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm here. Oh, yeah, I wanted a Gamma as well. But yeah, end up with dog.
Our freedom is completely given to us by our armed forces. So
and this little
the Memorial Day weekend then to commemorate and honor
cutie.
that service they've given to us.
Hi guys, that just 22 minutes till race going to start. Designam, hello, welcome. Her name is Chino. She's a guinea pig. She's 3 months old, and she's a girl. Little girl. You're a little girl.
Is to always understand where consumers
a little
are going,
girl.
what are those next generations of passion points, and we look
cute
through,
little girl.
we interview and we understand that consumers, especially that next generation of drinkers, are really,
so
really
I
into sports and gaming. So
grab her like
our consumers wherever their passions are, and
at 9 p.m. at 8 p.m. It's 4 a.m. right now.
And so,
she's feeling good, you know. Ah, you talking about me? Yes, I'm here also. Guys, I did haircut by myself. Can you imagine this?
As you've heard, 66 years of being the Coca-Cola 600, of course, this series. So it's just good to hear from him and have that backing and have him on the show. So good stuff, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome what they're doing. I'm just really jealous. I'm not going to be at the Coca-Cola 600.
It's special.
Missing out.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
One of the best races of the year.
I know.
Какие-то мужики вместо Чины. Yeah, guys, I did a haircut by myself.
But other than that,
And
we do
I
have
also
another
dye my hair a little bit, so they're dark on the inside. But I'm going to grab a little bit more next time I'm going to do this. Какие-то мужики вместо Чины. Не говори-ка. Oh, you gave her
Definitely, I just want to be a staple in this series. I want to be here for as long.
I know. I just decided to go to local
household name
shop and like.
NASCAR esports.
Oh wow.
My name is Tony Scott,
She's so
and I'm
cute.
from the Bronx, New York.
She's so,
This is my
patient,
second
curious,
season
and
in NASCAR, Coca-Cola
doing
iRacing
really
series.
well. So
Been
she's
going
like
great. For anyone
few
aspiring
hours
to
with
be in
me,
the
and
Coke series,
she's already.
just realized that a lot of these guys in the Coke series put in a lot of work and put in a lot of time.
Feeling
to
quite
do this. It's not
comfortable,
gonna
so
happen
she
overnight,
ate a little
but
bit,
just be consistent
drink some
and,
water.
Yeah, just try to
Communicate
learn,
with
try to
Isley.
learn from the best. I guess I would have known how many laps it was actually going to take
Ah,
to be competitive.
guinea pig poop.
Some of these guys are out here doing
The cutest thing in the world,
hours and
really.
hours and thousands of laps, and you just got to be willing to sacrifice and put the time in.
You my little
My favorite sports team is the New York Mets. My favorite movie is The Incredibles. My favorite place to vacation is Charlotte. No toppings, just
What's her AR?
pizza,
She's got 10K.
deep dish.
She's running
Tiger
super
Oreos,
fast,
stuffed
like
Oreos.
that's crazy.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why. I should know the name of it. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Favorite active NASCAR driver is.
Если честно, я нормально отношусь и за собакой убираю на улице, и вот это существо тоже уже что-то от себя оставило. Вот. Я как-то спокойно отношусь, потому что, мы все кушаем, все потом ходим в туалет, это абсолютно нормально.
I just want people to remember that I just try to keep it real. I'm just having fun, and I enjoy every part of being here. I just enjoy my time in the Coke series. This is a cool thing that we're able to do. We're fake NASCAR drivers racing on a virtual platform.
Wait.
So
Yeah, 10K guinea pig. Yeah, she's so adorable. I wanted to bring a Sheltie breed, but unfortunately, no Shelties in Almaty, and this is a Coronet one. But she's like Sheltie, but with a crown on her head.
In the contender series, racing his way into
Really
the top
cute
series. Now,
bangs
he's had
she's
a bit
got.
of a rough go of it lately. He's not in that top 20, really kind of out of the playoff picture. But we got 6 races in the next 7 weeks for him to try and turn that around. And I think
So now she's got,
the clutch, and he'll be able to move himself forward in the playoffs as long as he just keeps it steady, Alan.
Yeah, if he wants to be clutch,
Temporary
go out there and get
home.
that win, but I also
She's going to have really big home really soon. So like in a couple of days, the delivery should arrive. And yeah, I'm going to build everything by myself. And then probably we'll have a camera on stream as well.
Listening to him when he says plain pizza is the best. What is
I almost got a guinea pig named Lamborghini when I was younger, but it never happened. Why? They're so adorable, She's so curious, and I actually really surprised that she's not really afraid of my dog. My dog, by the way, she's so excited. She's like, oh my god, who's that? She's so curious.
Yeah, it's been a really fun project for me this season.
Guys, sorry that I didn't stream. I had a lot of stuff going on,
It's
and
nothing I could have ever predicted
yeah.
in these first 6 races. first up with these drivers' power rankings.
Just
I came into the year expecting a weekly showdown.
we went to agility with Isley, then I
definitely been up there,
realized that
He's
I'm
3
tired
wins,
because
but
a long
the
time
champion hasn't been as loud as he was at the end of last season. Parker's top 5 streak ended at Rockingham.
I wasn't
His
on agility.
Recovery at Dega was like a mid-pack finish, so you know,
Yeah,
I was kind of expecting more out of Parker White, but you know, nice surprise though.
Will you give me?
It's been
You give me your
Zach
paws?
Novak. He's
My God, you're so
definitely
cute.
been up there. I think I got him ranked number 2 right now on the power rankings, and if he could get a win, I think he could stick it to Steven Wilson.
Yeah,
It was a family, family friends guinea pig.
Novak in P2.
They were going
Some of the guys
to
that have
give
wins,
away,
some
but
a little
the
curious on
thing
that,
they
but you
changed
know
their
what? I
mind.
like it.
Well,
Consistency
you know,
is
that
key
can happen,
with
yeah.
Novak, right? I mean, that's how he's won segment
so
1.
curious,
so
yeah?
I'm keeping a look
You're
at
so
that.
curious
for sure.
about this life.
Exactly, he's a segment 1 winner.
Well, look, yeah, I'm looking at Parker White. Parker White is 4th in points, yet 5th in the power.
Yo, actually, I'm shocked because she's already feeling really comfortable with me and with my dog. She's already eating,
Yeah,
drinking.
definitely. It's tough, right? You
Not
gotta
a lot
be
of,
little
but
bit mad. You
she's
gotta say
already
who's hot,
started.
who's not, and
Hey!
when I look at who's hot,
Javier, happy to
Parker's just
see you.
not
We're
hot
doing
right
well.
now,
We got
and if he gets a
little
win, you know
cute
what?
pie
He'll
with
shoot right
us.
up, but with the team
Can I
power
show
rankings, you gotta
Can
look
show you in
at
the camera.
Novak's
Yeah.
team as well. Right now, Channel 199 Sim Racing, they are leading the way, and I'm gonna have to put them at the top of the team
Hey,
rankings
I
as
want to
well.
show you.
And I only have
wait,
one
wait.
answer, one
I'm going to hold you.
reason why I would
Going
do
to
that,
hold
and
you.
that is
Look
Novak's
at
teammate,
her.
Dylan Duval.
Look
He's
at
won
her.
a team championship before. He knows how to do it. He's a proven team championship winner back when he and Steven Wilson won it.
She's got really beautiful color. Look at
Wilson,
this.
Of course, he knows how to win team championships too.
She's so
He's got
teeny,
Bentley,
tiny right now
Rock
because she's
Wilson
3
on his
months
team
old
as his
only.
wingman this year. But it's, you know, what
Yeah,
we've
you
seen
see
over the
this
last few
this
races, that
crown
Duval
on her
combo
head,
is
so
solid
she's a
and he's
coronet
threat for this team,
breed.
for this team title.
Hey, you know what?
And
don't listen
like
to the two
cappuccino
guys. You know, they're
color.
giving you a rough time, but I
It's really
understand you're doing
beautiful.
the hard work with all the calculations, all the math.
Yeah, she's got so nice hair.
What I can say, Justin, is, what's happening
Oh
on
my
your hair
god,
there?
she's
Do you
so
have a fan
cute. Look at her.
Listen,
She's
it
going
gets
to
really
have
hot in
a really
this
big
room. I have,
place, like
17
140
monitors around me.
centimeters
I
by
got
70.
constantly
So she will
gotta
have
keep the
a lot of
you know, everybody updated with
space
what's
to
going
run.
on, in the world of eNASCAR during these races.
and to have fun.
It gets pretty hot in this
Yeah?
room, so
You're
it's like
going
a
to have
family.
fun?
Look, I can
Right?
tell you that
You're
your
going to
power
have
rankings for the
fun?
teams are just about
Yes.
as crazy as your hair right now. But you know what? I'll let you have that, and yeah.
2 кусочка морковки с именами лидеров для предсказания. У меня, к сожалению, пока что нет ни морковки, ничего. Я ей купила вот сено, корм, и, в общем, мы ее вот забрали, вот эту вот булочку. Okay, you can sit here. You can sit here, right? I'm going to sit here.
Back in 2020, but 4 times it has happened. We'll see. You never know.
Her hair is way better than I ever had.
The home track
Oh,
for
yeah.
many of us. It's a good track to get it done. We see that happening in the Cup
Hey,
Series
seems like
too.
maybe she's
13 of 16
hungry,
winners started from
something?
inside the top
I
10.
know, she just
Yet
touched
no
m-
one has won from the front row since Keegan
touched
Leahy
my
back
finger
in
with her mouse.
2019. What does that tell you? You want to start up front, but not too far up
Hey,
front.
what are you doing?
31% of winners led the most laps during the race.
I'm probably
but no
going to
race
grab
winner has
something,
done so
guys.
Since
for
Colin
her.
Keister back
Something
in
to eat.
2020, so maybe a late pass for the win after someone dominates. We'll just have to see if the trend continues.
Almost as nice as
in
Quirk's
Charlotte.
hair.
6 of the 8 winners
Hopefully
went
I
on to
didn't
the
end up with
playoffs.
Quirk hair.
Only 3 of them continued on to the
You know, it was
championship
really
floor. A little
scary
interesting.
to
You're looking at 'em there. Keegan
cut
Leahy,
hair
Ray
by
Alfaro,
myself.
I think Tucker Minter
But I
there.
just,
You would think we win a
you know,
Charlotte, maybe a track that would be
my
easy
hairdresser,
for
she's
you
got
for a
appointments
championship run, but we'll see
in
with the
July
trend.
only,
3 of 'em
and
continue
I'm
on.
already like,
And get this,
got
aside,
really
this is
bad
good step
ends,
work
and I'm
here.
like,
In
okay, I'm going to cut
2023,
them by myself because I
Garrett
can't
Rose
wait.
started first, and Tucker Minter won the race. In 2024, Minter started first,
Hey,
and Lowe won the
You're
race.
the
What does it
cutest
mean
pie
for
in the
tonight?
world,
I don't
right?
know if
You're
one
the
of them doesn't get
cutest
the
pie.
poll, but it's good research nonetheless by our
Alright.
boy Cisco.
We love all the
What is her
information.
name?
Cisco, thank
Her
you for
name
the
is
research. And now that we have all that
Cappuccino.
info, it comes down to it. What
Sure, it
really
will be
counts
Chino.
down, counts
So
down to
Vlad suggested Chino. I decided that that'll be cute, you know, Chino cappuccino.
closing the gap. I've been closing the gap.
Big numbers.
It's
good.
cute.
Yeah, all right.
You know what? I'm gonna stay silent on that because I got some work to do. But let's talk about Charlotte picks. Ryan, who are you choosing?
All right, so we've talked about him all season.
Yeah,
and
you know,
I
because
have-
of
I have held myself
because of
to
her
a
color,
bingo
actually,
free space, and
because
Steven
she's
Wilson,
got so cute
he's gonna get
color.
it done tonight. He's been consistent all season long. He is my pick to get it done at Charlotte.
Good pick, smart pick, and I'm doing the same. Steven Wilson has had a month off to think about this. He's the franchise. He just graduated college, I believe, if I saw his socials correct. He's got everything going for him, including a win tonight, Camille.
We're trying to make it happen. The franchise is also who I picked today, Steven Wilson. If you remember, this time last year we were at Charlotte, and he was doing very well, miscalculated some of the last turns, but I'm hoping he could pull through. Ryan, I think you have an update on who the pole sitter is, right?
Yeah, I have.
What does she eat?
Drew here telling me
She
that Casey
eats
Kerwin
hay?
is on the pole, if I remember correctly. So he's
Right,
gonna be
Vex?
trying to
Like
pump those numbers.
vegetables?
Remember, he was sitting ninth in the playoff
Some
standings,
grass
only a couple points
also?
above that cut, so got some
Yeah,
work to do,
carrots,
Camille.
yeah, also.
All right, well, we're going to have to see who takes it in Charlotte as the race ahead is just coming up. Thank you so much for watching Countdown to Green. Alan, Ryan, Justin, thank you for joining us today.
All right, guys.
And
So we
stay
return
tuned,
back
get your
to
Coca-Cola and come right back because the race is ahead.
eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. This week and next week we're going to have races. Today's race will be at Charlotte, one of my favorite track. I'm looking forward for this race. It will be really fun to see. Also, if you want to take a part in a Coke 600, that's a good chance to see what strategies people are running and how they're going to do everything. So yeah, that's a great opportunity for you to, got opportunity to just watch pro drivers and learn from them to do decent Coke 600 in a couple of weeks in iRacing. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, Indy 500, I didn't race it because I was busy, so I decided to go to agility. I thought that would be important for me, for Isley. Isley, so happy to return back to agility. So yeah, and I've been working on some other stuff for the channel. So yeah. Hey, you making sounds? You're making sounds? Feeling comfy? NASCAR топчик, конечно, как всегда. Ветерок, рад видеть в чате. Sakari, hello, hello. Ты уже одним глазом спишь? Ну, в американское время, да, стримим опять. У меня 5 утра вообще. Ой, очень надеюсь, что у него получится все-таки попасть. Конечно, это очень-очень тяжело. Но я думаю, что все возможно.
From iRacing's virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway, we say good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to round 7 of the 2025 eNASCAR
She's doing like
Coca-Cola Racing Series. This is the Coca-Cola 160. Well, not only is it the greatest week to be a race fan, but it is the busiest time of the year.
На последнем круге попал в питы, хотя и не собирался, но такое бывает, конечно. Ничего не поделать. Есть каналы по NASCAR на русском или редкость? Я думаю, что достаточно редко они попадаются все-таки. Вообще, в целом, каналов по NASCAR не так много, да, как по роудам. Emoji of her. We'll ask Vlad to make this. Да, IRL есть группа там ВКонтакте, сообщество, а вот SimRacing, к сожалению, если даже есть какие-то каналы, то я не в курсе о их существовании. Guys, let's run and break really fast, and then we shortly return back.
When they get first introduced to street stocks. They're doing it here on the big stage tonight in Charlotte. Back at it in a week's time from Nashville, a week after that in Kansas. So a lot of mid-sized intermediate racetracks to make up what is the shortest segment of the regular season. Kenneth, only 4 races to determine the segment 2 champion. Of course, that's critical because playoff bonus points and cash on the line in all of the segments this season long. Of course, though, we do talk about this Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's dive into it with a look at our track analysis.
Да, Башмаков комментирует гонки наскаровские. Вот. А, ты знаешь, только по F1 ВКонтакте посмотри. Ребята стримят, по-моему, и F1, и NASCAR тоже. Вот, на русском языке. Там у них группа есть. Это вот все, что я знаю, да, с как раз-таки Владимир Башмаков комментирует. Guys, don't forget to save this code if you're taking part in the fun rewards. So please don't forget about this. Does a guinea pig like potato juice? No, no, it's you know, you don't have to give potato to them. Like, it's not safe and healthy. So they're not eating potatoes.
Well, qualifying has already taken place. We are moments away from getting started with the running of today's Coca-Cola 160. So to do so, let's go trackside and hand things off to tonight's Grand Marshal. It's Coca-Cola Vice President of Entertainment.
Let's go, guys. Hope you're ready. Too young for potato juice.
We are thrilled for this weekend. Hope to see everybody out at the race this Sunday. But we are tremendously excited about tonight. Drivers, let's get this party started.
All right. Yeah, guys, let's go.
And with that, we take a look at your Coca-Cola starting grid, and for only the second time in 130
Imagine being 3 months old again. No, thank you. Casey Kerwin on pole position, that's crazy, wow. That's really cool. GT Forza, hello, happy to see you. Welcome in.
And to his outside, the Austin Dillon-owned Team Dillon Esports 33, that's Taylor Hurst.
And then back in row number 4, good start for the rookie. Blake McCandless trying to get his best finish since Rockingham. He'll start inside on row 4 for the Junior Motorsports camp. Kanan Esports has Vicente Salas on the outside in P8. Strong performance in our last mile-and-a-half race at Las Vegas. He'll try and back it up with a good one tonight. Team Dillon Esports has the rookie Blaze Crawford on the inside of row 5 with Talladega Super Speedway winner and ERA Esports team member Bobby Zelensky. That's the team.
Okay, guys, hope you're doing well. A lot of things upcoming. I think this week I'm going to stream more than previous week. So you can just check the schedule which we got for iRacing. But I'm pretty sure that Nürburgring 24 ahead of us, so probably we'll have it really soon.
Row number 8 is the Hayek Motorsports 47 of Dylan Alt, and your 3-time race.
Yeah,
winner
June
this
6
season,
will be
Spire
Nürburgring
Motorsports
24.
77
Coke
of
600
Steven
will be
Wilson.
May
Track number
21st.
9 inside the number 14 for FGRXL
So it's
eRacing.
actually
That
starting
is Seth
this
Merchant,
week.
and the team headed up by Steve Letarte, who's going to be on the call for the Coke 600 this weekend. It's the 40 at Connor Urashak.
And then on the inside of row number 10, Tucker Minter, former winner here at Charlotte back in 2023 for the William Byron Esports team. He rounds out the top 19 with Matt Busa for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. His number 62 starts at the back end of the top 20. Rookie for Hayek Motorsports, Quentin Warman rolls off.
Team of 10 plus people. Wow, that's impressive, really. That's impressive.
Other end of the junior motorsports camp, Brian LaPrade rolls off inside row 12 from 23rd with RFK Racing's Timothy Holmes in 24th.
We're just past halfway home. Till you hit
This
row
is
number
crazy.
13. It is the BS competition, 89
We'll have like
from
4 or 5 people going to drive Porsche Cup.
Row number 14, it is the
You know, you can bring me to Nords 24. Only if I'm going to drive Porsche Cup, then yeah.
Behind them, it is the second of the Apex Racing team cars.
Then yeah, I'll
Christopher
be
Hill
in.
gonna be lined up just behind his teammate.
Hey, maybe she wants to eat something. I'm going to bring something to her. Wait a moment.
That's Alexander Russell in P30.
Then on the inside of row 16, that is 31st place for Ryan Luza for the FGRXL camp, a driver who's finished third here at Charlotte twice. Tyler Gary for the E-Racer camp starts on the outside in 32nd before you find the other E-Racer Toyota Camry of Logan Clampett inside row 17. And rookie for Jim Beaver Esports, Nate Stewart on the outside in row number 17 before you find those lined up 35th and 36th on the grid. Vegas Inferno's Michael Guest and Donovan Strauss for the Atlassian Williams Sim Racing Group.
And to put a bow on this one, it is the Channel 199 Sim Racing Teams 199 at Dylan Duvall. Team boss Travis Pastrana likely watch it on. He is next to the Jim Beaver Esports 15 of Colin Keister. And in row 20, the Letarte Esports 36 of Kwame Scott. The 6 Carmenite team of Eddie Kerner. They start 39th and 40th. And that's a look top to bottom at your Coca-Cola starting grid. Well, as always, James Pike is the third member of our broadcast team, and he's dialed up your pole sitter tonight, Casey Kerwin.
Thank you, Evan. I do have the driver for Kansas City Pioneers. And Casey, home game for you. You're a Matthews native, but no wins in this race in your Coke Series career. Are you a little bit more motivated to get to victory lane tonight than you would be for some other races in the calendar?
I mean, I guess especially now since I actually qualified good for once in my life lately, it's been good. The Coca-Cola car on pole in the Coca-Cola race in the Coca-Cola series, so and it's my home track, so yeah, it should be good. We've always done good here. I've had a couple shots at wins that just hasn't worked out, so starting as good as I possibly can, and yeah, hopefully we can keep it up front for. We have a nice long race tonight, and yeah, try and keep it up front all night and be there at the end.
Caught up in incidents the last 2 years. Best finish of 8th in his career back in 2021. Have to believe, Evan and Kenneth, that he could best that tonight.
It's his first pole of 2025. I know his chat was blowing up on Twitch when he secured the pole, so they were happy to see that. All right, it is the longest race of the year. Walk us through it, Kenneth, with our Logitech G race format.
Well, a lot of people said a couple weeks back at Rockingham Speedway that it was the longest race. In laps number, yes, but not in race distance. This is the longest race of the 2025 season at 160 laps, 240 miles. Pit road speed limit sits at a measly 45 miles an hour. The drivers do have 4 tire sets available, which is key. Charlotte is known to eat up Goodyear Eagles. We should see that pit window come in at about 58 to 62 laps. Give or take, should we see a long green flag run. This race last year came down to fresh tires between Jim Willis
seems
and
like
Garrett Lowe.
she's
So
feeling
guys
all right.
keep that in mind. Should we get a late race restart?
Hey,
And
you want to
Garrett Lowe
drive
would love to
my sim
repeat
rig?
as the 2024 race winner of this one, but all the drivers are excited, right? It's the best week to be a race seat fan. They love long races. This race
We
is
talk
a bit akin to
crap and drive together. That's the main thing, you know. That's actually the reason why people doing
and we couldn't be more happy.
endurances in our racing, right? To
Kerwin on
just
the inside of the front row, he's in control.
hang with
Daniel Falkenham to his outside. A pace
friends,
car down and in.
have fun.
160 laps.
You're so
on the
curious,
docket
man.
as we
No, no,
say,
no.
Let's
You
go
can
racing
do this.
at
No, no, no.
Charlotte.
No, 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 no. This is headphones. They are for me, not for you. You don't have to chew them. Hey, Racer Rack, hello! Welcome. Okay, guys, we started. Were you behind me? You're behind me a little bit. Hey. You're hungry, right? You're hungry. Hey, take that. Take that.
Give it to the 39 after the first mile and a half.
Yeah, the outside line really picked up there on the initial start and helped.
All right. So right now, Casey Kieran on first position, running the inside line, and we got 160 laps in this race. My fingers will be okay. So she just, you know, actually touched me a little bit with her teeth, and I think that it's okay. It's fine. She just, you know, trying to communicate with me.
On board with Connor Urashak, back in traffic, he is right in the thick of things. 2 wide in front of him, the 3 wide off of the jump. Was right in front, and they're going to do it again. The number 2 is Zakanovac to the inside.
Oh my god, here is a free wide. Look at this, free wide.
The red, white, and blue with the 25 of Nick Gottinger.
Free wide, guys.
Cars in the field this afternoon, sporting some patriotic paint schemes in advance of Memorial Day weekend. But and Sunoco car on the inside lane, still watch it on. He's got the number 95 machine to his outside. That's Parker White again, midfield. Tons of action up front. Leaders trying to single file it out just a touch. Falkenham has completed that pass on Kerwin. He's got sole possession of the number 1 spot.
That's the main goal right now, Evan, is to get single file. It's a long
Hey, Super Stinky. Happy to see you. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Yeah, happy to see you too, guys. Been a long time since I last time streamed.
Of tonight's race, but with everyone in the mid-pack not necessarily giving things up early, definitely means track position will mean a ton. Passing will be very hard once the longer green flag run kicks in, if that even does occur. There's Colin Bowden right up to 3rd, settling behind.
Hey, yeah, seems like you get an achievement. Clips leader. Hey, that's nice. Congrats.
One is you heard the downshift of the center of 3 and 4, so that's something interesting to note that these drivers may or may not be using. Number 2 is he's got playoff hockey.
Hedgehog. Who's that? Wait.
Conference final. My Vegas Golden Knights no longer in it. I could pull for the,
Who's that?
the Hurricanes, so that's what he's got.
Ah, okay, got it. I'm not a big fan of them, really, because they're spiky. Oh, she's eating. She's eating. I'm so happy. Seems like she's feeling comfortable on stream. All right, we can see Daniel Falkenham on first position, Casey Kirvan and Colin Bowden. This is a top 3. Taylor Hurst, then Femi Vincentesalis from TK team.
And so far, a good start. No major moves up top except Nick Ottinger, who's just ahead of this gaggle right here in the number 20.
Yeah, we can see that people are already trying to build the single file on the track. So we'll see.
Wilson 16th to 8th on the racetrack.
So you can see that 2 lines only in the middle of the field.
Almost got those. Florida Panthers trying to go for their 2nd straight Stanley Cup final, but like Caden Honeycutt said in the interview with Alan Cabana that he did throughout the week, he said his experience in eNASCAR helped out a lot because it's all about working so hard to get every little bit of an advantage over the other 39 guys, which is so difficult. And here's a look on board with a driver who's mastered this series before. Parker White, the defending champ. You know, the last several races haven't been very...
Yeah, guys, to be honest, I can't imagine winning the eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series because you can see by races which we're watching together that everybody so fast and deserve to be first in this championship, but you know, sometimes bad luck, sometimes I know not really good setup for some races, and these little things building the result for the championship. Oh, you know, Keaton, they're only cute if they're small, because as soon as they transform into the cat, they start to to be not that cute anymore. Hey, Carlos, thank you so much for follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
This is exactly the juncture of the race where everyone's going to start to experiment a little bit, whether it is that short turn game from the middle or the very high side, or just escaping that dirty air with the tire wear that's also.
You know, I just saw Keaton on the street, like she's living where's my building is, and she was so cute, so curious when she was a kitten, and she now turned into the cat, and you know, completely started to stop to be cute, and like that's crazy. Yeah, giveaway is over. I don't know, so Fractal Design probably connect with someone. I can ask for you guys also. So yeah.
Sometimes I see Salas out of the corner of my eye. I think he's one of those Spire cars. Got a similar paint scheme on board. His Kadan Esports team, that's the Miramar Financial Group Toyota. But the
well, so far 13 laps already in the race, and I got prediction for you guys. Let's start prediction. So green flag, pit stop, or crash before. Let's go.
Know a little thing or two about cutting through the field. Well, remember in last season's race, Femi finished in 8th after starting dead last in 40th. So he knows a thing or two about getting through the pack when it matters most, and a very solid car for the first 14, now 15 laps of this race. And these two guys have definitely shown their strength as a unit. We haven't seen that as much through other teams.
Okay, guys, start prediction, so please. You can have fun with this. When is the next Twitch Rivals? Probably next year. I really hope we're going to take a part in this once again.
So solid and impressive to see Spire Motorsports stay up at the front. And based on the predictions from Countdown to Green, no surprise that Wilson's up in the top 3.
I had a lot of pets when I was kid, even a snake. You know, I had only one parrot when I was young, and some fish. Before that, that's it. I always wanted to get a dog. Didn't think about guinea pig or someone like that. But yeah, recently just fall in love with them because Vlad decided to show me them, and I'm like, oh, they're so cute. They're so smart also and curious, and I really like that that thing. Hey, you want this? You want this?
Wilson still moving on the outside lane. The GGT Energy Solutions Incorporated Chevrolet in the number 3 spot. He went quickly, put a challenge.
Too noisy? You know, he wasn't really noisy. Like, he was okay. Have you played golf before? No. And I don't think so that, you know, I got interest in this, really. You know, I don't know, I just didn't think, you know, about the golf before. I had this little Australian parrot. Hey! Ah! That hurts. That hurts. Hey. That hurts. Moles, hello. Happy to see you here.
You talk about the tower, current track temperature 121 degrees Fahrenheit. That's
she just bite me a little bit.
Atmospheric temp in sim virtually here in Concord. I mentioned that you're going to be seeing a lot of different paint schemes in today's races. The challenge for the lead is on up front. A lot of red, white, and blue for Memorial Day. Of course, Quinton Warman in the Simcraft at Chevrolet.
I know that you're hungry, but you don't have to eat my fingers, okay? We're not eating fingers, alright?
on and look at several. How about the 5, the Misadventure number 5, Ford of Nate Stewart for Jim Beaver Esports.
You know, I gotta say,
Oh, she's eating hay. Let's go. Yeah, you know, guys, I really like sport where you communicate with other people. I really like that. That's why probably I like racing and I like agility. I don't know. So, you know, just didn't feel that golf is my kind of stuff. You know, if you enjoy this, that's all good. But I'm just not this person. I really like, you know, sports where you got more adrenaline, where you got more physical activity and all this stuff. Yeah. Hey, hey, I want to. Hey, you got food here. All right, got food. Yes. Yeah, good girl. Good girl.
Real world NASCAR teams will run the paint schemes you'll see on track with their cup drivers over the weekend. So
golf is a game of patience. Yes, you know, just like racing as well. But you know, just racing bring more adrenaline as well and more physical activity, and that's why I like it.
Do you have a favorite, Evan, in this field for the red, white, and blue gang?
Well, from what I've seen so far, I think maybe Minter's got the edge, but I hear that there's plenty more in the field. So
guys, she's eating. She just sitting on my knees and eating.
That's a good thing about this field. A lot of the good red, white, and blue.
Oh my god. You know, she get used to everything really fast. I'm actually surprised with that. All right, we can see Steven Wilson in first position already and started to pulling away a little bit from guys. And we can see that first, like top 3 pulling away really. Yeah, that's a really cool reward that Twitch did with this clip litter. That's really cool. Yeah, guinea pig is in heaven, guys. She's going to have a lot of space, like 140 centimeters by 70 for her alone, and then probably we'll get a friend for her. But first of all, I want to be sure that she's, you know, feeling comfortable at home and comfortable with my dog, and then I can adopt second one. So I think that's smart decision. Hey, what do you want? Yeah, super stinking congrats to you to be a clip leader. Yeah, guys, so now you can fight for this badge to have in chat. It's really cool. Hey, you're so cute. You just keeping give me your paws. Hey, that's really cool.
On Sunday and Monday in preparation for tonight's race, and here he is running very well. You know, talk about those degradation tire racetracks and ones that are very hard to drive, one that taper off.
Yeah, quite cool. That's way too close for the wheel. But you know, if people just feels comfortable like this, I just can drive like this, to be honest.
There's going to be 3 different races, so the time to be able to practice and put in for each of the next handful of tracks are very different than the drivers who may have taken up the opportunity to get a lot of practice in here at Charlotte. There's battles all over this racetrack. Jumping back quick there for a moment, that's a look at the battle back in 19th position or so. The number 34, Michael Cozy Jr., sits in the number 20 spot. He's trying to get to the Treetop Chevrolet of Matt Busa for position. Can't quite get there yet, but there's a couple of big movers in this, and Eddie Kerner is one of them. The driver that is.
I think she want to sleep.
That is your biggest.
Yeah, she started to fall asleep. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Sticky, hello, welcome. Yes, I know that they are social and probably going to get another one for her. I already got one. Like, you know, I was looking at her and another one, Gimme Peak, and I think, you know, like maybe in a week or something, can take another one. So they'll have fun together. Can you ask her about hairstyling advice? Baz, thank you so much for a follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
But a tip of the cap to Jimmy Mullis making career start number 150.
Well, you know, just probably be a guinea pig. Yeah. And got nice shampoo. Yeah. Got nice shampoo. Right? Okay, you can sleep. You can sleep. I think you want to sleep, yeah. You want to sleep? Oh, you want to sleep. Oh my god, you want to sleep. You're so cute. We'll try. Wish you good luck for that. Guys, what do you think for the first haircut? Like, I think that's good. That's good enough. Like, at least it looks the same as it was before. So I'm happy. Thank you. You know, trying my best. Trying my best. All right. So we can see that guys kind of split by groups already. As you know, Charlotte, really hard track to drive. So it's always really, really hard to get tires in good condition. Hey Ray, happy to see you. Doing well, thank you so much. Hope you too.
Strategy was a big factor in that one. A little bit surprised though, that car way back in 33rd. So a lot of work to do for your Las Vegas winner. Race winners.
This looks so real. I just realized it's eNASCAR. Yes, it's eNASCAR. You know, just iRacing looks great, especially with the last graphic updates. It looks great.
Stephen Wilson, your race winner in Daytona, at Interlagos, and in Richmond. Well, he is the man at the top of the board at 15 spots.
Did you see the dev blog? No, guys. Unfortunately, I was away, completely away from iRacing, from news about iRacing, because I'm working on a project right now, and I really want to finish this. Ah, yeah, sure. You can go ahead and post it. Wait a moment. I'll give you a permit.
It's a good patriotic scheme.
We said we had more to look at. Let's jump right back in.
Guys, she's sleeping.
She's
sleeping. All right, we can have a look at this. New tracks. I'm just waiting till they go into at Sepang circuit. I'm just looking forward to this. Oh, another Australian track. That's really cool. This one looks great. Oh, refresh foliage at Lime Rock Park. That's really cool.
And here it is with a bit of that Memorial Day flair. Great look, and I mentioned Jim Beaver Esports with the bangers. On the other end of it, Las Vegas winner Colin Keister. I think I like this one a little more than Nate Stewart's, but both of them very close for the best paint scheme out of the Jim Beaver Esports camp. Two of those guys, very, very good-looking paint schemes. And how about this? Threading the middle, 3 wide, Falkingham on a drop-off through the high side, and Keister moving through the top 15.
Oh, we're going to have Ferrari 296 challenge. That's really cool. Yeah, this car, it should be close to something like Porsche Cup, and I think it will be great to race on. Definitely. They're working on audio as well, and yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Rain tires full auto 79. Oh, that's really cool. This is great.
250 on that car. The congressional-led celebration this year, the 250th anniversary, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Let's go on board with Blaze Crawford. It's your Coca-Cola onboard camera.
Guys, only one thing which I'm waiting, that update to UI. This is what I really want to have. Because to be honest, we got iRacing UI, it looks great, and we still got iRacing UI, and we still got the old UI in iRacing. Like it looks decent, but it's not really suits the iRacing UI, which we got the launcher up. Yeah.
Blaze Crawford continues to track the leaders. He rides in the number 7 position right now. Stephen Wilson still up front. He continues to log some.
Oh, we'll get this in next season. Yeah. UI update. That's really cool. This is. I'm really looking forward for this one.
Way down in 37th position for the car who started this race towards the front, led 18 laps.
Wait.
It has really gone off the tracks in the last couple of laps for Daniel. I checked because he was so far down, thought maybe that car would have come down pit road for maybe unscheduled or early pit service, but no, it has just dropped off huge for that driver.
He's just trying to hang on to the thing. And I think at this point, 43 laps into a green flag run, the rear tires are starting to light up. Either that or the right front is starting to scream. And it's going to put you closer and closer to the outside wall. Falkingham had been in the race lead, and that's maybe the biggest drop-off we've seen. That is a huge drop through the field, and I imagine he is waiting for either a caution flag to come out or for lap 58 and that pit window to come through first, because he really desperately needs it, as everyone in this race is back in the lead lap. We talk about differences in time. 31.9 at the stripe for leader Stephen Wilson, as Falkingham came across 32 flat.
She just running away. Probably want to see
right back into the rhythm.
What's going on.
A good showing that just a 1/10 of a second could have been that much
All good.
of a difference. Back up towards the front of the field, though, Vicente Salas, somebody else who
Yeah, escape. Just escape from me. She's been sleeping and probably woke up and yeah, decided to see what's going on.
Into third, Femi Alonso-Bosin is fourth, Parker White is fifth, and as we are 45 laps into this race, looking at Blake McCandless and company battling for 11th on back, we are not that far away from pit stops. If you split this race in thirds, your magic number is 53, so we are getting close to the window opening for pit stops, but look how close these 5 cars are with the FGRXL drivers right in the middle.
And the other team involved, they're the 2 Logitech G Chevrolets for William Byron Esports, both Tucker Minter, the Rockingham winner, and Rockingham pole sitter in Nick Ottinger. So 2 of the teams doing battle. McCandless getting a piece of the outside wall, and that's just going to let everyone through. And that's what we've seen here over the last several laps in this run. The drivers are just inching closer and closer.
All right, I'm going to leave her at home. Okay.
You talked about that very hot track temperature in the triple digits when we got
And
the
be right
green
back.
flag. And for right now, it hasn't necessarily calmed down. It's still at 123 degrees. And now Ottinger is in the sucker hole, middle, 3 wide. Here comes Graham Bolin. Here comes Cozy Jr. to the inside. McCandless remaining up top to play defense. And Jordy Lopez in the gang to make it at least 5 to 6 cars in a blanket through the top 20.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of cars get really loose in this battle for position. McCandless, a couple of shots to the bumper there, the 25 of Ottinger. Ottinger kind of used up McCandless on the exit of 4 last time. So Blake repaying the favor, maybe. Tight squeeze, 3 wide. Is there room for that many drivers? You got to be careful with those distinct kinks on the front stretch. A lot of paint being traded, even with the 34 of Cozy on the bottom. But Cozy, the core power machine, finally clear on the bottom. Can Ottinger get the job done on McCandless? Not clear. And the 8 will not go down. They get together. contact. To the apron goes the 89. Lopez spit out of line, hangs on. What a save.
What a save for Jordi Lopez to keep it off. And I almost thought with the side draft there, the Ottinger would just get spun around down the back straightaway. Thankfully, they all keep it together. McCandless just hopped over the radio, and I don't know if there was any frustration or just maybe an apology there. Obviously, they're just racing hard for position. And I was just about to mention that blue and white 34 Michael Cozy Jr. doing what a lot of other guys are doing to gain track position. They slide into the corner. They do that little slide job where they make the move to the apex and they slide up, give the driver behind a bit of dirty air, and then make that pass complete. And Euroshak got a little too eager way earlier, slapped the outside wall, and now he's at the front end of this side-by-side battle that goes 2 rows deep. Brian LaPrade, and how about the 96 car?
That's Christopher Hill on the inside. The VRS Sim Racing Design Stormforce Gaming Chevrolet for the Apex Racing team. Rookie Stripes, middle of this battle, as he's kind of in the middle lane, kind of in the outside lane there. Middle of no man's land. The two, though, headed to pit roads, going to dive off from the inside of these cars. And to pit lane comes Zach Novak, first driver to hit pit road in this race. The Ledford billiard supply machine is in. I said 53, the magic number. We are within that window, currently working lap number 51. So with him making the first decision, who wants to react, Tyler? Gary says he's pitting. Does Vicente Salas want to come? But a caution will come out just as a bunch of your leaders were getting set to dive to pit road. Kwame Scott is spun on the back straightaway, and all of those pit stops will now happen under the yellow flag.
And where does Zach Novak spit out in all of this, given the fact that he just came down pit road? I almost imagine that Daniel Falkingham will be down there first, given the struggles he encountered late in the run. There's a smoke still trying to clear out there from the exit of turn 2. But what a big-time caution. It's a saving grace for many of the guys at the front. I'm sure they were struggling behind the wheel, and now they can get a chance to slap on the first set of the 4 available to them on the Goodyear Eagles side of things down pit road. But once we get that second look at how it all unfolded, I think from what we saw with McCandless and Jordi Lopez and Nick Ottinger, well, that was a near miss off turn 2. This one was what possibly could have happened between Strauss and Kwame Scott.
Yeah, we knew things were starting to get sketchy, and it boils over there. We saw the 36 nose up against the inside wall, though. I didn't see a ton of damage, so maybe he was able to get away without being too bad. So all of your leaders down pit road, no surprise here. Going to be wholesale service.
Oh, here we go. I'm just returned back and we got yellow. Typical NASCAR. All right, I'm going to pay.
So far, it has been all Steven Wilson.
Green flag Pete's crashed before. Yeah, Gina is eating right now. She's eating. I'm so happy because I started to get nervous that she didn't eat. Yeah, Moss, congrats. No, you know, I'm actually really surprised with that because Isley trying to be so careful with her. She never seen any guinea pigs before, and she just so curious, trying to be careful, and I know she's making sound like this, you know. I still doing that. I know what the meaning of that, but I think she's like, oh, that's little cute animal or something like this. Like, I think that she's thinking maybe that's a puppy.
Every time you sit behind the wheel, you buckle up for the unexpected. You get ready to take on the competition, embrace yourself for the
guys, I want to see. So maybe after eNASCAR co-watch party, we can do, you know, a couple of races just for fun, or at least one. Because I know I don't want to sleep really. I slept for 3 or 4 hours before the eNASCAR stream, and yeah, you know, just too excited with all this stuff going on. Excited about Guinea Pig. Excited about the work which I'm doing right now for channel, and Yeah, just too excited and probably can't sleep. Oh yes, you know cats. Ah, you know, not all cats are bad and not communicative with like with other animals. My aunt got a really nice cat. She's so social. She communicating with Isley and she's like sleeping next to her without any issues. But like that's like 10% of cats like in that way. 90% of cats which I met, I know, trying to protect. Like Isley doing nothing with them, and they already trying to protect themselves, and it's really, you know, it's so silly to see. Okay, and lap 55, we restarting and go in. Yeah, Ray. Green flag. She's eating, guys. She's eating. I'm so happy. But up front, Steven Wilson maintained his track position. He is clear for the lead. Same can't be said. The battle is on for fourth on back.
And once more, that outside couldn't get going. We saw how Casey Kerwin slowed up on the initial start, couldn't get back to full song in enough time to get back with the race lead. And now there is a bunch. So one cat on the street, she tried to follow Isley, like she's curious about her, but at the same time she's like, oh, I'm going to protect. Like, I'm curious, but I'm going to protect just in case. I don't know. It's crazy. Really, they got absolutely no trust to this world. Oh, you had a baboon in your garden. That's so cute. Another pass going to be completed off of turn 2. You see these drivers 3 wide, and they're so close together. You're thinking, why are they nearly touching half the time? Well, that's because the side draft model is so strong with these next-gen cars. You want to pull the driver alongside backwards. You don't want to keep them moving ahead.
Yeah, I know that they can be dangerous. Yeah. But you know, if you just sitting and wait till this going to disappear from your garden, I think you're good. All right, and we can see Wilson, Vide, Kieran right now. This is top 3, and Parker White gain like a lot of positions, and Steven Wilson too. So Parker White gained 10 positions, and Steven Wilson gained 15 positions. That's great. Ryan Luza, P9, gained 22 positions, which is a really impressive result. And still got a lot of laps, like 100 laps to go, guys. And we'll see how fight will go with all these people and how they will manage to save tires and save some fuel, because we're definitely going to have another one pit stop in this race.
To the inside of Casey Kerwin, and now there is one man to beat. 2 of the guys that went head-to-head in the championship race at Homestead just last season, where Wilson was in this spot ahead of White, who was holding back until the very last moment, and the final restart where he made it basically 3 to 4 wide for the championship title there off the final few corners. And
wait a moment.
Has been struggling, you said that, and that's of course right, but mile and a half seemed to be very good to him. Started 5th in 2024 and came home 3rd on the podium, right behind that photo finish between Garrett Lowe and Jimmy Mullis. So the Atlassian Williams Sim Racing Group trying to bounce back in a nice way. 0.2 of a second between the leaders, but based on what we've seen from the several restarts in the initial start, everyone all together.
I mentioned that it was a unanimous decision amongst the Countdown to Green experts on who to look for tonight. Nobody feeling risky in the picks. They all went with Steven Wilson, and so far that has proved to be the correct decision. That time by lap lead number 43 on the afternoon already. So Wilson has been dominant, and he was able to pull away and grow his gap on the first run of this race. So as the battle for 3rd
all right, return back
in a pass, Zelensky around Kerwin for the number 3 spot. The question becomes, on this second run, A, can we get a green flag run out of this? And then number 2, is Steven Wilson going to pull as this run goes on again? Or will the likes of White, Zelensky, and others who have been a little bit more consistent on this run, not letting them get away, are they going to be able to manage the tires?
Yeah, guys, speaking about events, you know, Twitch Rivals was one of the greatest events which I took apart, and it was so cool. It was really good.
Turns 3 and 4. Femi Olatunbosin, you mentioned him, the fall back to the mid-pack, now inside the top 12, is just wanting to break free from whatever's going on around him, side by side, several rows deep. And how about Colin Bowden, who ran 3rd at the start of this race?
Yeah, at Charlotte, basically 2 lines should work properly, I think. Because you can save tires on the outside line, and you kind of can save them being on the inside line as well. So yeah, last round of Twitch Rivals was very wet. Yeah, indeed. Unfortunately, I get into incident in T1. Yeah, which just completely cut me from fight. But I'm so happy with the P3 with the team. I think. You know, if Alex won races, be ahead of Matt Malone, we're probably going to get the first position because I get better points than Daniel Gray. But also, you know, I could try to be better in GTPs, but it was really competitive field.
Cars, a bit of a touch there, but a great job to save that car, and a tip of the cap to the drivers around him to give him the chance to save that car. He drops to 39th. It is not good news, but the good news is he's still on the racetrack and has the chance to compete. He will probably, though, want to yellow. I don't think the tires appreciated that big slide at about 150 miles an hour.
That's a lot of credit, though, to Jordy Lopez, just barely getting around there. Heart-stopping moment as Hill is sideways. But remember, Donovan Strauss was on the bottom end of 3 wide when the first...
Quirk had some interesting incidents at Sebring. Oh, you know, just... It was really fun to see how people struggling with tires, and yeah, it's... It was great. You know, to be honest, last 2 races I felt really tired. So I couldn't be focused anymore on tires and all this stuff, unfortunately.
10 to 15 laps of this run, you cannot get away from each other. That's until the tires start screaming. That's when the setup difference really starts to stand out, and we get very spread out racing. But for right now, everyone's on each other.
And look at the Vegas Inferno.
I think it was because I told him that you left him some potato cheese and peas.
Move on the outside line to pass the 48 car. Well, the 21 of Machina Guest kind of stuck on the bottom right now, not really making those moves. And if anything, he's the one under attack as they run right now. But if you're up top, you get such a big
Hey, she's cleaning herself. Oh my god, this is so cute. Guys, you'll get a camera with Guinea Pig, 100%. I'm going to move the desk to that place. So there'll be my workspace and, you know, space where we can play some desktop games in the future. Yeah, Guinea Pig emotes. I'll ask Zombie to make that. You know, he's busy also with our stuff, so we're working together on it, and yeah. So he's not really into graphic design in the moment, but probably he's going to you know, jump back. We'll see. By the time, guys, we're talking, and Ryan Luza gained 28 positions, which is really impressive, and P3 right now.
Because everyone's using the bottom for the early portion of the run. They're putting so much energy in there. It slickens up.
Oh yeah, Isley mode will be great, for sure.
Some getting very close to the outside wall. That's where they're finding the grip in this very hot track temperature from Concord, North Carolina in Sim. And the great battles continue between Michael Guest, Malik Ray,
Yes, yeah, you spell it right, yeah.
Talladega, the last time we raced in this series, and possible battle for the lead still within a car length or two.
Yeah, good job keeping it honest up front. You touch on, how this racetrack races in these next-gen cars, and one of the things I always enjoy on Countdown to Green is when Alan takes us through the trends. There were a couple of interesting ones that stood out to me. First one, he mentioned 13 of the 16 race winners at Charlotte started inside of the top 10, but that hadn't happened since about 2019 from the front row, and that about a third of the race winners had led the most laps in this race, but that hadn't happened since 2020. What do those kind of have in common, right, is we're not seeing those trends continue in this next-gen era. It has just been more competitive, more crazy, and that was one of the interesting things I picked up on from earlier in the show, is that those trends that have been built through the 2010s, maybe not the case in this new era. Mention that we are halfway through the regular season. At the end of tonight, there's a live look at your playoff points in the leaderboard on the right-hand side of your screen. Of course, your 4 race winners.
Yes, now we got Isley, Cappuccino, Love, and Vlad. Yeah. You can call her Chino.
Continue to dominate, Kenneth, or if we see some of the other race winners this year find more wins, we could be looking at...
Guys, by the way, Chino, that's my new guinea pig. So new family member. Not a pet, guys. I'm not a big fan of, have a pet, something. So I really like to communicate with animals and build a really nice bond with them. And this is what I'm going to do with this little guinea pig as well. Like, we're already working on it.
To get in based on how many drivers have wins, and it just ekes out at a moment's notice. But you're right, a ton of the guys in points, and you look at the cut line from where it was, only several points separate Femi Olatunbosin and Dylan Ault. You think of both of their seasons through the first 6 or so races, they've had great campaigns. Dylan Ault has only had 2 finishes outside of the top 10. You look at Femi Olatunbosin, same deal there, except he's got 3 finishes outside of the top 10, but many a race have been very, very solid. And they're not only running for the Drivers' Championship, the Team Championship matters too. And as we get to look on board with Malik Ray and Michael Guest right in front of him, they're kind of way back trying to fight between Olatunbosin and Wilson that have been way up and dominating the field.
I know. So just the broadcast team been talking about that, people who led, like 31% of people who led the whole race won the race. But what about this 69%? Yeah. And I think that Ryan Luza got all opportunities to win this race because he gained a lot of positions. He probably got a really good setup for this race, and also saving tires in a good way. And yeah, keep pushing and keep catching people ahead.
For really the first time tonight. Remember, he started this race back in 16th spot, drove through the field, has been dominant, and really hasn't faced much pressure since he got to P1. But not only has Parker White kept him honest, Parker White is making a move now, looking to the inside in a battle for the race lead.
A lot of drivers, Evan, haven't been making up speed on the very bottom.
Yeah, 69%.
In this top 10, he's been rolling the bottom, faithful to that seam right above the painted line, while Wilson has been more eager with experimenting up top. And as long as Parker can get a nose to the quarter panel of that 77, that could very well mean business in the battle for the lead. But don't look now. 3rd and 4th is starting to creep up. How about Ryan Luza for the FGR Excel camp? And he put himself in a similar...
Yeah, you see, he's already really close to P2, to Parker White, and I think we got all chances that Ryan Luza can win the race. So my bet will be for Ryan Luza to winning this one. Yeah, Casey Curvin unfortunately lost some positions already, and he's currently P6.
So Ryan Luza really enjoying the good run tonight, and his teammates at the Merchant doubling down on that because he's also in a top 10 spot. He has passed 9 drivers after starting in 17th to get up to the number 8 spot. So Luza working the outside, and he would jump back to the Merchant, looking up to his teammate. Both of the FGR XL cars running top 10.
This is a run you need if you are FGR XL with the season that those 2 drivers have had. some slimmers of promise, but a lot of bad luck, a lot of poor situations where they ended up on the bad end of crashes and, you know, restarts that didn't go their way, and they kind of got mired back to the field. This is a type of run they desperately need. 2 top 10s, possibly put yourself in the position to win in the second half, and you could very well change the projection of the season. You saw the look up front, though, and it's a new colored car. The Atlassian Williams Sim Racing Group driver of Parker White takes the lead away for the first time in a while.
So Parker White gets out and in front. What can he do with this? It's interesting. We talk about he's been maybe quiet. He's still 4th in the driver standings, right? I mean, it hasn't been terrible for him. 4 top 5s over the course of the 6 races so far this year.
Yeah, guys, you know, I really like to watch these races on tracks like this, like Charlotte, like Las Vegas, Phoenix as well. So that's always great to see how people handle tire wear and how people doing overall on these tracks. Because, you know, super speedways, they're about luck and about managing the traffic, managing crashes. Sometimes you can lose that, and sometimes you can just, you know, not miss the crash, and something like this can happen. But on these tracks, we can clearly see skills and you know how good people can drive and be on such tracks. No, I'm not a big fan of Charlotte Roval, to be honest. Not a big fan of this, really.
So how differently does he try and drive this car? Now that he's sitting at least behind one machine that'll send a bunch of turbulent air on the rear end of the Chevrolet. For right now, the notes haven't been coming to fruition, although he's maintaining that defense on Bobby Zelensky. And then all the guys in the midfield, well, I guess they're just scrapping for each other. Taylor Hurst, who had been in the top 10 through the opening run of the race, had such a strong car. I think it's plateaued a bit down to 16th, and there's Boland and Mullis going at it for the battle. And Garrett Lowe stepping into the top 19 here after rolling off 28.
He's done a good job. There's been a lot of opportunities, to that point of drivers using these green flag runs. I mentioned off at the top, a lot of people were really excited about this longer race distance at 160 laps, right? We go to Nashville, Kansas the next 2 weeks.
People just watching the race with us. No worries.
2020s race lengths in this series, but this is kind of a throwback to the 2010s of race distance. A lot of drivers like that. They feel like the long green flag runs, if they can get them, can give them chances to make those moves. And there's at least, I'll do a quick glance to my timing and scoring screen. At least
you can talk. It's fine. I'm having fun with you.
And we haven't seen, with
yeah, really.
Mullis, right? An ill-timed yellow. Everybody pitted together except for Mullis. So all of those positions gained have happened on the racetrack. And
okay, so we can see that Ryan Loser fighting with Steven Wilson. You can see that Steven Wilson, who being on the first position, he is already on P3 at the moment. And you know, still a lot of things can happen, and also we expecting another one pit stop, like maybe in I know, another maybe 10 or 20 laps, something like this, because they already did 36 laps on these tires. So yeah, we can expect pits maybe in another 30, 40 laps, something like this. And then guys will be able to run till the end, which is good.
Minter started on the pole, and then Garrett Lowe ended up taking the dub by 1/1000.
This got the lean going on. He's really into NASCAR racing. Like, who said that, you know, races, virtual racing is not real? Just look at Minter. No sticky. No girls, female sim racers in this eNASCAR.
It is all at the expense of Steven Wilson. because the number 22 car was able to get by Wilson and then move that lap to get around Parker White, and at lap number 91, new race leader.
Time for you to jump in, guys. I don't have that big experience to run properly ovals. You know, it's you need a decent team. You need like a lot of practice, a lot of things you need to learn also. So my level in ovals, it's quite good. You know, like I can be free 4K, but I don't know really if I can be better than this, to be honest, because I can see that ovals way too complicated than road course, because here's just really little things, and you're building your pace from them, and you know, I see that it's really hard to do. Really, guys who's going to tell you that ovals so easy, just tell them buy racing and try. Because it's absolutely not this way. Do you wish to do so?
And of course, you see the 24 car there, second in the segment points, the 95 to fourth. They're all up and in this conversation, but this is the toughest of the
well,
segments.
you know, it's a complicated question for me because I've been competitive, you know, in real life and racing, and maybe yes, maybe I would like to take this opportunity, but at the same time, I really enjoy to be content creator, to be with you here, to stream all of this, and probably invest my time and my energy to some other stuff, like to things which I'm doing with channel, and like these things are more important right now. So I'm in that period of my life where I think that, you know, making content, like have streams and work on channel is more important than racing some competitive big championships for me. I don't mind to race, you know, special events on quite high level. You know that I can, you know, I can race really fast, and you know that, and I want to inspire people here, and this is what I really like to do right now. Yeah, guys, you know, I love you, really. I don't know. I think in real life racing was boring because here is no chat. Here is like people no watching you. You just racing alone on track, and that's pretty much it. So that's why I really enjoy Twitch and I really enjoy streaming, because you can share your passion. You can also, you know, inspire people here, and that's a great thing. That's a great opportunity which we got here.
Hey, trying to chip away and doing everything he can to get back up and into a position in which he started. P32 is not where that Ledford billiard supply machine wants to see it ending, but again, stuck back there, the Sunoco 94 Octane 36 car and Kwame Scott, that battle for position. You got some of the E-Racer cars in the mix there as well. The money lap on board, the team that's co-owned by Parker Kligerman and Landon Castle. That's the 42 of Clampett, who's coming off of some success in recent weeks as the
yes, and listen to you, for sure. For sure, that's why I'm here.
And he also had the special paint scheme to commemorate the College Series Championship. And as we enter this run of the race, 63 laps to go. We talked about that pit window.
Never say never. Guys, you know, like 5 years ago, I couldn't imagine that I'm going to be a streamer. I'm going to do this full time, and I'll have nice community, absolutely great supportive partners on my channel, and you know, I really like to go with the flow, and just take, you know, new opportunities, just trying new things in life, because, you know, that's why we're living, right? So just to try new stuff and to learn something new, and then share this experience with other people. So this is what I'm doing.
options, right? You could pit now, get on the fresh tires, make up some time, but you're going to have to nurse your tires longer than anybody else to the end of the race. You could split it in the middle, right? 5 laps from now or so will be at about 54 laps on the tires with about 54
Yeah, speaking about
laps to go.
strategy, I think it's as long as you stay in a slipstream, you have to stay on the track. You just staying on the track. In a draft, you're gaining time, you saving tires, and you just going. And then you have to pit as late as possible. Because it's really crucial, in my opinion, to have fresher tires in the end of the race. Because this is where the fight can happen, and you know, every percentage of tire wear counts.
Or do they maybe match each other, right? If you're losing, do you feel like you got a car that can beat Bobby Zelensky? Do you try to follow what strategy he does? On the contrary, if you're somebody slotting, how about Steven Wilson struggling a little bit, right? Down and now into the number 7 spot. As you've been struggling on this run, Kenneth, maybe he chooses the opposite. Maybe he decides to go off strategy compared to the leaders to try something different.
Yeah, you follow the trend.
I'm not a racing curious, but with you I quite enjoy this channel a lot. I'm glad that you enjoying the channel because, you know, another one purpose for me to make sim racing like for everyone. Even if you're not doing races, you can enjoy watching them. Yeah, have fun here because, you know, so many people like watch game streams and they not playing these games, yeah, but they still enjoying streams, and I think this is what we all trying to do here on Twitch, and especially iRacing streamers trying to do this.
Well, you mentioned that Ryan Luzes got company on the 3rd position on the old-time wins list. It has been a long time since he has been to eNASCAR victory lane. Last win coming at Bristol in 2022. And it has not been a good
I guess you're doing fine, thank you. You're watching for 3 years, yeah, time flies. But you know, as many things happened during these 5 years, I think it just feels like, you know, I lived like 20 years or something like this. Like it really feels like a long time for me. Because I still remember how I started. I was really afraid to stream. I was really lost in the interface of iRacing. Still remember this. Such a nice memories, because right now I know a lot of stuff about PC, about programs, and all the stuff. It's really cool. You know, guys, Elizabeth, hello! Welcome, happy to see you here. How are you doing? Long time no see.
This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
I remember when Love had short blonde hair. Oh yes, yes. Guys, that's crazy, you know, when I jump into sim racing, I had absolutely no clue about PC specs, about all the stuff, like, what's the Intel i5, what's that, or like, right now I can, you know, set up and build a PC and do all these things on my own, and it's really cool.
Sunoco, performance is what we do.
Hey, seems like China started to be more active.
On the entrance to pit road, got slammed into the back of by Casey Kerwin. Did he avoid
Yeah, guys, she's in a small, like, not really small, but in a box.
As it hands the race lead off for the moment to Seth.
So hopefully everything will come, will deliver in a few days, because I'm so excited. I want to build a new big home for her.
From Casey Kerwin there hopping on the brakes. So I don't know how much that will
She's
affect the
eating.
aerodynamic
Yes.
downforce on the car, but with a bent spoiler, it's going to chop off a couple miles an hour and it'll hurt.
Last stream we had a wheel build stream. Yes, guys, I also thinking to maybe start some building streams with Arduino. What do you think about this? You know, just I'm curious. That first of all, and you know, second, I think it will be really cool because not every time I really like to play other games, but you know, if I'm going to, I don't know, you know, build something on stream, I think it will be more fun.
On board with Bobby Zelensky trying to get down to pit road speed here at Charlotte. And again, the right front is the one that locked up. You see even Kerwin was sideways before the contact there. I think Kerwin very fortunate that the front of that race car does not have damage. There is damage to the back of Zelensky's machine. Will that hurt him as these cars cycle back around? Eddie Kerner down to pit road this time. Still waiting on 17 drivers, though, to come in and get serviced. Christopher Hill says that he'll be pitting. Michael Cozy says that he'll be pitting. So another slew going to be coming to pit road this time. What does DeMerchant do as the leader? He will stay out once more. So does Tucker Minter, who is hot on his heels.
A good decision here by Minter. You
No,
know,
no design. What do you mean? Like the wheel which going to drive races instead of me? Alright guys, going to pits. Yeah, 50 laps to go, you know, they don't have quite fresh tires.
So is Garrett Lowe. He came down pit road along with this group. I think he was the leader of the pack as they came out of turn 4. And now the leaders are deciding this is their moment with 49 to go. DeMerchant and Minter hard on the brakes, down to the line. All of the smoke coming out of the 14 car. And we talk about how close the competition is in this series. These guys want to extract every bit of performance out of these cars, and that includes getting right on the limit to pit road.
Yeah, and over the limit in the case of Alexander Russell. He was a mid-30s.
Ah, for sure, give you permit, yeah, no problem.
Entry, so a black flag to the 66 car. He has an extended stay on the pit lane, and that is certainly going to cost him the handful of spots.
Ooh, someone got penalty. That hurts. You know, all these penalties when you got the green.
From 150 miles an hour, pit road speed 45.
Green pit stop, it's just so crazy.
Dylan Alt is also down pit road. That's the red car behind him.
It's 6 cars that are staying out here, and there's LaPrade who's going to lead a couple of laps from Charlotte. But I'm watching the battle for the net race lead, and it's starting to get close. Zelensky got passed by Kerwin, and I'd imagine the product of that is the damage.
Hey, that looks cool. I know if it's possible to, you know, build probably the wheel which going to work with Freshmaster, but this looks like fun. You know, at least we can do maybe button box, something like this. I think it's possible.
Darlington in mid-May. He really wants a pick-me-up in 2025, and this could be it. And they're now within at least 0.3 of a second of the net race leader in Wilson.
Let's take a second look on the bottom of your screen as Briar LaPrade is going to come in from the race lead.
You know, it can be button box for like for racing.
Really enjoying the fact that it is,
also, I can build little flag thing, yeah. So the thing which going to show flags. I know. We can start with something like this at least.
Here on the front straightaway, LaPrade out in front of this race still. I mentioned the 88 was coming to pit road that last time. I think he wanted to, Kenneth. He slowed way down, but did not end up diving in. Maybe it was just a bit of an optical illusion, right? How much slower that car was compared to the cars catching him on fresh rubber. Nonetheless, he did not pit, evidently. He is one of only 4 cars who have yet to come down pit road, and they're all up front. LaPrade, Busa, Nate Stewart, and Daniel Falkenham, the cars who have yet to come down pit road. Nate Stewart in a bit of an interesting situation tonight, racing from a friend's house this evening. He does not have power at his home due to recent severe weather in the Kentucky area. Our best thoughts are with everybody in that region of the country here tonight. So Nate in a little bit of an unfamiliar position, but still able to make this race and really taking a swing at things on the strategy here.
It's purposeful, though. All of them are staying out.
All right, let's see where Ryan Luza.
For a potential caution. I mean, at Rockingham through the middle of the green flag.
All right, Falkenham just pitted. Can tell you that probably some people
that there could easily be a mistake. I mean, watch that 3-wide move that we saw in the replay.
They still didn't beat. Okay, whole field beat it already. Yeah, Daniel was the last one.
But Falkingham decides it's going to be pull the trigger
Okay,
on this
we'll see you.
decision. And look how close all of these guys are. The top 5 for the net race lead are all within at least 1 to 2 tenths of a second. They are on each other. The main goal is to get right back to Steven Wilson.
You mentioned the battle for the net race lead. This is it. It's the number 4 spot on the racetrack currently. Steven Wilson. Once those
Oh, it's 300 in pieces.
will assume the race lead.
Okay.
This is a battle for 4th now. But if this stays green,
So guys, completely different
Wilson in 4th, Kerwin 5th,
things going on, but Ryan was at P7, P6 already. Casey Kieran P4, Steven Wilson P3. Where is the Parker White? Parker White.
with a chance to win this race.
Parker White.
Nose to tail.
And usually
Where's
we
he?
talk about gaps of 15, 19, 20 seconds sometimes in these green flag stints. The gap to the race leader is only 9 seconds and closing because of that big time fresh.
Ah, okay, so he's behind Ryan Luza. All right.
Inside 41 to go. There he is, very safe on his pit road entry, and Nate Stewart will go out there and actually not lead a lap. He'll stay right behind. So this 5-car battle is what we're going to be watching for. And here comes Casey Kerwin. Peek to the inside.
Hey, Casey. Return back to first position.
Kerwin and Zelensky both with a lap fresher rubber than the 77 Wilson. Both of them make the pass. Nice job by the 22 to slide up and get clear. Down the back straightaway. Kerwin to first, Zelensky to second. Ryan Luza wants some more. Not going to be able to make it stick, though, that time on the inside. So the 77 Wilson maintains third as they run now. Remember, the 24 and the 22 made contact getting onto pit road.
All right.
Pit cycle. The 24,
39 laps to go, guys.
visible damage on the front of the car. Zelensky
Still a lot of time. Still a lot of things can happen. So we're going to watch closely this this race. But you know, top 5, top 10 look the same as it was before the pits. Like, you know, some people just change their positions, but overall we got the same people in the top 10. A Canless, P9, fellow streamer, and he was working in a broadcast team in the previous season, and yeah. Luza, not not this. Ryan Luza.
They can watch and see what happens in the train and then start to attack. It's like a peloton at the front of the field where Kerwin is leading, but maybe doesn't want to be at the front because of who's right behind him.
And just behind this lead group is Vicente Salas. It's a top 5 breakaway, a big pocket of racetrack. And then Vicente Salas, he is watching this racing going on at the front of the field, hoping that he can catch up. Behind him, Femi Olatunbosin in tow in the number 7 Chevrolet. Is there any chance that these cars that are 1.6 seconds behind the leaders can catch up? Well, this kind of race it up front certainly going to help them out as well. To the lead goes Bobby Zelensky, the number 22 car on the outside, takes over P1.
All right.
And the drivers at the front, they're cutting through lap traffic, but it seems like the lap traffic is cutting through.
Your jokes are the best. Trust me.
Brian LaPrade, that Ledford Billiard Supply, Junior Motorsports, green Chevrolet. He's cutting through, and he gave a big bump to Steven Wilson down the back straightaway a lap ago, and it will help Steven Wilson get to the front. LaPrade shuffles.
All right, here's a big fight happening on the track right now.
The peloton continues its switch. Steven Wilson.
We'll see. Maybe Casey Curran just back up a little bit to probably save tires for last laps. Because as people fighting in front rapidly, they're going to use more tires, and
despite his best efforts in the slightest. So
we'll see what will happen.
Zelensky in second, Kerwin third, Luza fourth, and Parker White in the number 5 spot. Your top 2 cars, already race winners this season, already know that they will compete in the eNASCAR playoffs in 2025. But for Kerwin, Luza, and White, big opportunities here to take some weight off of your shoulders. Of course, you've got to maintain a minimum position in the points for the win, and you're in the count. That would be a conversation still if Ryan Luza could pull this one out. But Kerwin and White also looking to be rewarded, and that gap building for the 77 car. Kerwin does not go for the pass. Instead, he'll push Zelensky.
You got to think with Salas and Femi Bosun not that far behind. You remain side by side, and you're going to kill your run. You're going to slow down considerably, and those guys running single file, they understand their assignment, and their assignment is to stay single file and just catch up, and that will help as they continue battling for the lead. Look at this inside the top 10, though. Blake McCandless with a best finish of 11th earlier this season at Rockingham, trying to best that by 2 and maybe more. Vegas winner Colin Keister's in the mix. Blaze Crawford is here, and a lot of these guys trying to get right in the mix for the playoff cut line. Many of them still far out, and this could be a good boost if they make up the track position.
Yeah, top 5 nice and close together in their own bubble. Yeah.
Femi Bosun, the 11 of Salas, and the 199 at Dylan Duval.
I think every person in top 5 got an opportunity to win this race. Definitely. And here's really tight. Fight for top 8. It's really cool to see. Yeah, no big crashes yet. It's really nice. So guys, just going.
A checkered flag in your back pocket. You want this one to be a no doubt about it.
Having fun.
Tucker Minter, he's in the number 10 spot. Replay on the bottom of your screen. Some trouble with those patriotic cars.
Ooh, little contact happened.
Squeezed up top there was Dylan Duval.
Oh yeah, Draft Master held the field dead on lap 1.
Up 22 spots from the grid.
You're playing with fine margins there, side by side. You understand with 29 laps to go. It's going to be go time at some point, and gaining track position.
But you know, sometimes something can be broken and just no crashes till the end. But it's not such a popular thing to happen in Draft Master. 28 to go, guys. 28 to go.
7 laps to Vicente Salas. He'll make the move up high. They just about made contact as Salas shut the door basically off of turn 4. Minter may have something.
Crash Master, yeah. I think another one suggestion for update for racing in next season that rename this series to Crash Master.
Until I saw the rest of the patriotic paint schemes, but I'm sticking with my call from the first half. I think my favorite of the patriotic schemes from the race is that 97 to Tucker Minter. No prizes, no cash money. Sorry, can't offer much more than that, Tucker, but I'm loving that number 97 Logitech G.
I know, at least for fun for week 13.
Any of the red, white, and blue cars stand out at the top for you?
You know, I'm not thinking red, white, and blue. I'm thinking blue, white, and green because I really, really do like the design for BS Plus competition and Jordi Lopez, the way that they're kind of playing into that patriotic theme. Even though they're not an American-based team in this series, they're still getting in on the action. And I think they understand the gravity of a race like the Coca-Cola 160 in this series and the Coke 600 in the NASCAR Cup Series side of things, how important it is to honor the country and to get in on that field. So I'm going to go with the New Jersey native of Jordi Lopez, a team that didn't need to get creative because of their heritage this week, but they definitely did it, and they got a great scheme out of it.
Yeah, tip of the cap to all the teams, all of the graphic design artists behind these paint schemes. I've said for a long time that some of the race cars you'll see anywhere.
My cappuccino's sleeping. She's sleeping.
Pipeline. We're seeing that with drivers. We're seeing that with graphic design artists as well. Starting on iRacing, designing cars here on the sim, and have had many opportunities now to see some of those paint schemes in the real world. So tip of the hat to all of the talented people behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, she had some food. She had some hay and some food as well. Then she's been running, and now she's sleeping.
Really fell off often struggled in the middle portion of this
I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to show you, you know, what kind of cage I'm going to have. At least it's going to look like this one.
You know, I don't know if there's going to be a journalism type bump and run to get to the front at the end of this.
No second floor, but it's going to be like this. So 4 CNC sections by 2, and I'm going to have some boxes.
And at one point didn't really plateau. He just kept a
Boxes where I can put all my sim racing stuff, because you can imagine I got like SF1000 on T818 wheelbase, another one wheel just on floor, another one wheel on floor, because no space for this stuff. So now I'm going to have some space where I can store everything, and this is great.
This is the Coca-Cola 160. It's the eNASCAR.
Hold the poop.
iRacing series. I mean, what a story it would be for the 24 Chevrolet to get this done and make all the folks over at the Coca-Cola company happy, representing their brand well here on a Tuesday night. He is the next man up. He is the one that has the best chance currently to challenge Wilson for the lead, but the problem is he's closer to the car behind him than he is to the leader. So
you know, but you know, their poop not the same as dog's poop, by the way.
11th and 12th position.
It's starting to get real chippy here, though.
A white version. Yes, I'm going to have a white CC cage, and I'm also thinking to have this you know, bottom for the cage, and I don't know, maybe it will be white as well. Just need to buy the PP, like this plastic. So I'm going to make this on my own.
But that turf and how smooth it is on this newest scan of iRacing Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Alright guys, 20 laps to go. You can see that Ryan Luza just moved to P2 and going to fight with Steven Wilson. So Steven Wilson need to protect his position if he want to win this race. Also, I think he need to protect the outside line, because outside line is so good to overtake in the last corner of the last turn. Sorry, last turn of the Charlotte. So we'll see. It's about the tire wear strategy and planning of the overtake. So we'll see how Ryan Lizzen can do this. Maybe Casey Kirvan, maybe Parker White, or Steven Wilson will be able to protect his first position from these guys.
And while everyone was fighting through second on back, it is a wonderful thing to see for Minter, the one-time winner already this season. You look at the battles through the top 11 and 15. There's Cozy Jr. right underneath Fabiola and Boson in that battle with Blake McCandless. Didn't do many well on the tire side of things. But Minter is there, and they're still being aggressive for the race lead. And behind, here's Kerwin, look to the inside, and Tucker is within reaching distance, half a second down the back straightaway, coming to 16 to go.
Yeah, a couple of things working in favor of the 97 right here. Number one is, of course, these leaders have been fighting. They have been more aggressive. Therefore, they are using up more of the good in those Goodyear tires than he has by being able to run his optimal line. Number two, he pitted later than all of the cars in front of him. His tires are 5 laps newer than 2 drivers and 6 faster than the others. So is that enough of an advantage for Tucker Minter to be able to make?
That's actually crazy how this top 5 just pulling away from everybody. It's that's really cool. Talking about Chino eating then sleeping, we have saying in South Africa that basically means tummy full, eyes closed. That's really cute. I know after food I want to sleep also, because you just like smashed potato after food.
And tiptoe through the traffic if he wants to make it out.
And now he's part of the traffic that allowed him to benefit. Can he find a way through? Seth the Merchant pitted on the same lap as Tucker Minter. He's
So 100% understand Chino. I think she's happy. Actually, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm shocked that she adapted really fast. Because I thought that she's going to adapt for like, you know, 2-3 days, something like this. But she's already really active and, you know, not afraid of a dog. It's really nice.
Trying to make something happen sideways off the corner. At this point of the race, it's no Avenger friends, we not homies right now inside the final 14, and Minter is trying to spearhead through them all. They're 3 wide to the inside, and now here comes Minter. Look for the lead on the bottom for the first time in a while. Wilson under heavy fire. He'll get the run out of turn 2, and may they make it 3 abreast.
Ooh! Close fight, and you see Casey Kevin trying to help Minter, and also that probably going to bring him ahead of these guys. 13 laps to go, guys.
Off the corner. So to make this pass happen on the bottom, you likely need to clear that car to your outside in the center of the turn, pull up and seal that run off. He can't clear that time, and the onboard perspective shows
I can't imagine that people eating them because they just so cute. They so, you know, intelligent, and I know.
off those 24 degrees of banking. A little bit less of an advantage off of 4. Contact as the 97 and the 77 door slammed that time.
You know, Minter had been on a session where he was way faster than these guys, you know, maybe 5 to 10 laps ago, but he's running on borrowed time
It's
here.
set,
As long as
you
he
know.
stays in his pack, he's not going to find an edge. They're going to stay side by side. They're banging on each other, nearly leaning all over the turn 2 area of the racetrack. Lose a right in tow behind, and that is going to put
Maggot Food, hello. Welcome in. Hello, hello.
because he's only evening out, maybe worsening.
Yup, just Wilson get ahead now. Loser behind him, and Minter fighting so hard. Oh, here's a free white.
To just being a second off. The 97 sideways again. Just cannot.
Yeah, you know, just this is how this world working, right? So sometimes nothing we can do.
To follow the 77 Wilson through. So Kerwin on the bottom. The 95 Parker White is there as well.
And actually, you know, guinea pig as prey animals. They are unfortunately in wild world. They are food for everybody. That's really sad. But you know, that's good that we got opportunity to have them as friends. Look at this, the merchant. What a breakthrough! All these guys.
This one is far from over between the fresh tire machines.
And the 97 did exactly what it needed to do. He slid up
Ah, that's a guy who beated.
But it took him some time. That 97 was in a dogfight.
Yeah, so Tucker Minter and say the merchant, they got 5 laps fresher tires compared to other.
From a 3-wide battle for the number 3 spot behind them. Glancing the wall off of 4 is Minter. He is still your leader. 7 laps to go. DeMerchant back to the inside again, trying to make the pass for the race win.
So what do you think? I think Kieran, Luza, and Wilson, they just out the fight. You know, just because they got all the tires, like we still got 7 laps to go, and you can see advantage of newer tires already. But let's see, maybe Minter and Said going to fight so hard. Tucker Minter and Said the Merchant got fresher tires by 5 laps compared to Casey Kieran, Ryan Luza, Steven Wilson, Parker White, Bobby Zelensky, and you know, rest of the field as well. На тормоз приходится сжать на шаросе, да. Особенно на изношенных шинах, там уже нужно будет притормаживать. Без этого никак. Привет, рад видеть в чате.
Clear the 97. Minter gonna pinch him down. What a corner for the 97 car to get back out in front for a moment.
Oh, look at this! This is it! This is a caravan! No!
There will be overtime.
Oh my god.
The 24 with a stellar piece of driving to keep it out of the inside wall, but it came to blows.
P1, P2 not using Ferrari strats. Exactly.
Firing off on all cylinders until
Exactly.
they didn't, and they just got close enough to make contact.
Guys, just in time. Let's have a break. And we surely return back then. Ooh, that's crazy.
By Tucker Minter to stay up front. DeMerchant was just about to bring him back with a side draft off turn 2 to make it even going back to the second half of this Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Ferrari strats his winter tires with chains on Monaco.
To go just like it did last year, where we could end up in another photo finish. And poor
Guys, I want to take something to drink. Be right back, really fast.
Way back in this field, just based on that one situation. He's going to be 9th, but our car is possibly not going to be in contention for the dub anymore.
We go 155 laps without a caution. And this is going to get real messy. It's going to get crazy, but a tip of the cap. These drivers have put on a show here tonight, and they are coming down pit road. All these cars with anywhere from 40 to 50 plus lap old tires. Everybody is down pit road for something, Kenneth. Let's watch again at what happened in turn 2.
Want to keep an eye if anyone takes 2 tires here on this stop. But here it is, 3 wide. Kerwin bounces off the wall just a bit, slows up. And yeah, they're just 3 abreast, all side drafting. You know, you can't really fault any of these guys for being aggressive for 3rd place. And then it's just that bit of contact that is going to send the Coca-Cola machine around. Here's a look on board from White. You'll see Luza peek through the middle off the slow apex from Kerwin. And yep, just catching the quarter panel. Nowhere for Wilson nor Luza to go. And like you said, great job for Kerwin to stay off the inside wall. And he doesn't bleed off that much track position, thankfully, because of the yellow. But still, it is a shunt to what's been a successful race. And there's another look at it. Tag. Kerwin goes around off the nose of Steven Wilson. Locks it up right before they get to the caution flag and everything settles out. I did see 2 tire calls, Evan, and it goes way deep. 17 cars took 2 tires, and that includes obviously the race leaders. So first car on 4 fresh Eagles, it's going to be Steven Wilson back in 19th.
Yeah, you mentioned, are there going to be 2 tire takers? And the simple answer was yes. almost all of them. Ryan Luz, I'm seeing, also took 4 tires, so he may find himself in a competitive position. We'll see. I'm showing him in 14th spot. Again, we'll wait for things to update through. There's a couple of cars who stayed out looking to get laps back that are running ahead of the leaders. Alexander Russell wants to get a lap back. So does Daniel Falkenham. They'll get waved by when the lights go out on top of the pace car, but let's talk eNASCAR overtime, because we are officially going to head beyond our scheduled distance, so the longest race of the year gets even longer. We will have 3 attempts to finish this race under green flag conditions. All that means is we have to take the green and get around 1 lap to the white flag. At that point, it does not matter what happens. The next car under the flag stand is the winner. If a caution comes out before the white flag is thrown, we will reset once more. And again, we can have up to 3 attempts to finish this thing under green.
And there have only been 2 races this season, I believe, that have ended under overtime. One of them was the short track at Richmond that ended up in Wilson's hands, and then Daytona that came down to the victory, which also ended in Wilson's hands. But not at the mile and a half, not at the intermediate tracks have we seen overtime yet, although it's a small sample size. And I like the call, though. You got to take 2 tires. I'm not sure if Wilson and company on 4 will make that much gain off of the restart. They really need this one to go all the way, and even then, they probably won't be able to reach around and get to the leader. So Minter trying to go for a 2nd win here at Charlotte, 2nd of the season, while DeMerchant trying to get his 1st of 2025, and a lot of hungry guys behind him. Let's see what happens.
2 tires throughout the field. Cars on 4 include Luza 13th and Wilson in 20th. If we get a couple cracks at this, could they make a difference? Tucker Minter, the car in control as we head to eNASCAR overtime. Green flag in the air. It is a great start.
Okay, guys, return back. What exactly happened? Они питились, что ли?
White gonna follow through
Oh yes, they beat it. Well, you know, that's great opportunity to fight with fresher tires, yeah? And we got just a few laps to go, 2 laps to go, guys. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, my God.
That's Matt Busa, I think, Jimmy Mullis.
That's a big one.
Tyler Gary went hard into the wall, and we're going to go into a second attempt at eNASCAR overtime. Minter got away scot-free. Now he's got to try it all over again.
Well, I said it when they were coming to pit road. It's probably going to get crazy. It's probably going to get messy, and don't let that take away from the absolute clinic of fantastic racing that we have seen up until this point in this race. Those final 20-30 laps coming to the end of the race before the yellow flag tossed us into overtime was some of the best racing.
Look who's here.
Ever.
Look who's here.
Series. But you get a green white checker.
Lots of guys took 2 tires.
Gonna get aggressive. Nobody's gonna lift. Everybody's gonna take. And we've seen 3 wide get dicey.
Don't these guys know I need to go to sleep? No.
4 wide gone wrong in turn 2.
Well, you know how I said earlier in the show how Charlotte
Well,
is very narrow.
oh, 4 wide.
Yeah, you can't really make it 4 wide all that often.
Yeah, you can really make it 4 wide. Yeah, that's obvious.
Very dangerous. So they watch up out of turn 2. That's that bright yellow and blue Blake McCandless car that just slides up a little bit, no space for Salas to go, and then it's pandemonium from there. Mullis gets spun, Malik Ray gets turned around in the mix. Here's a look on board from the Spire Motorsports 7 of Femi Olatunbosin. He'll watch this develop right in front, but watch behind him as everything comes to a crawl. There is Tyler Gary, Quentin Warman getting spun around, guys getting ricocheted off the inside wall. It's a hellacious crash. Peep that black and purple number 69. That's the Florida native of Tyler Gary, loose off 2. Then he sees the crash. They're backing up. He gets hit, gets into Warman, and gets right into that.
That's crazy, you know. We had a really clean race whole that time, and now just a big crash.
Yeah, about the worst spot you can hit on the backstretch wall. Jeff Gordon used to find all those spots. Unfortunately for Tyler Gary, it's him tonight. And well, fortunately, it's a virtual racing. He's not going to feel that one. It did spit that car back up the road, and Timothy Holmes, as the innocent bystander, the Fastenal Ford, checked it up, was avoiding the traffic in front. Looked like he was going to be able to drive through fine, and then Tyler Gary came flying up.
Это ты вовремя зашел, ты прям попал на момент, когда вот они решили устроить крэш.
On the backstretch, so an unfortunate accident there. A lot of the cautions up to this point, only 2 of them that we had been pretty fortunate. Even Casey's spin down the back, Kenneth, at 5 to go, he did a stellar job of keeping it out of the inside.
Overtime done by the team, yeah, by the team, because they
fortunate on this one. There is a lot of race cars that have
they get crashed, and they got like Nitro green white checkered. Nitro, I mean like green white checkered by iRacing, yeah.
That included Kerwin, that included, you know, the other spinner of Kwame Scott, who stayed off the inside wall for the most part and kept chugging along. We had basically this entire field on the lead lap for the entire race. We haven't had any attrition kick in because of the long green flag runs, but now Gary is out of this race. Holmes, Busa, and company are going to start thinking about another yellow to get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap, while at the front, Tucker Minter has to reset and try again. It's such a hard thing as a race car driver to get right back into that locked-in mentality.
Isley wants to be in a box together with Chino. Seems like Chino's so relaxed now and not really afraid of Isley. Also curious, she's trying to.
Minter and White on the front row have to get ready for overtime number 2.
To communicate with her also? Oh, that's so cute, guys.
With how short that run was. Lose a 13th, Wilson in 15th. They've still got a long way to go. Likely unable to use that tire advantage to get through. This will be attempt number 2 of 3 to finish this race under green in eNASCAR overtime. Tucker Minter,
Ford or Chevrolet? Chevrolet. Definitely. Because, you know, it looks great. Love it.
To the restart zone they go. Green flag.
Let's go. What a nice start by Minter.
The field to turn 1. Pull into the inside of Parker White. Side by side, P2.
That's exactly what Minter wanted to see. It was a great restart by the second car in line of Graham Boland, who's searching for his
For just because love says Chevy. Alright. You know, that first car which I bought, like next gen car which I got, that's Chevy with my own paint. So it looks great. I love it. Oh no, they're going to make the white. Hey, sit, wait. Жди. Okay? Жди.
From Seth the Merchant, the 14 aggressive, he gets sealed off in third. 1 car length, half a car length.
Что ты имеешь в виду? Okay, guys. Now, if crash going to happen, we'll say. This is finish flag. Oh, this guy won. Yes. Nice race, nice strategy. Tucker Minter, P1.
Race winner here in Charlotte.
Ну, у кого-то даже, по-моему, спонсор с Trading Paints. Я думаю, что да, почему нет? Lena helped. 100%.
And on the 2-tire car, Minter grabs his second win in the last 3 races.
Parker White P2 said the Merchant P3.
Minter drove a whale of a race through strategy, put himself at the front with an overcut, just like Rockingham. And for the second time, Minter gets the taste of victory, this time from Charlotte.
Celebration is on in Charlotte. This winning moment is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official fan refreshment of eNASCAR, and a heavily top-weighted championship standings gets even more dominant because the 97 Tucker Minter, your latest multi-race winner in the 2025 season. He is on a groove in the midseason in the Logitech G Chevrolet. What a drive, what a finish in the Coca-Cola 160. Well, let's take a look at your Coca-Cola move of the race. And
hello.
Kenneth, over the course of this one, but no doubt the late race chaos he executed when he needed to.
You already adapted well. Okay, design now. We'll see you. Have a good night.
It has to be here. The attempted overtime, and what a restart it was. That's the origin of this victory in this attempted overtime. Getting Rambo into the inside of Parker White staves him off.
Bye-bye.
More pressure on the Logitech
Say
G
bye-bye.
Chevrolet, and from there
Bye-bye.
it's just coasting. He will watch White get a little bit closer. That doesn't matter. He points a fantastic 3 and 4, arcs the car in the right way without a mistake, and then to the white flag. All
Собачка эволюционировала в бобра. У меня теперь морская свинка есть. Вот, ей 3 месяца, я ее взяла, получается, в 8 вечера, сейчас 6 утра. Вот, она уже себя достаточно хорошо чувствует.
Not likely, but as he pulls up, he gets this big run. Tucker sees it coming. He's trying to break the draft, And right there, 95 gets alongside him, but just can't make that move on the outside work. The bottom, better on the corner entry. The number 97 slides up, and then again at that point, there was a run for Parker White. There was not enough left, and Tucker Minter has secured his second race win of the season. That was a look at your Coca-Cola move of the race.
You know, Evan, I almost thought Parker was going to do the Garrett Lowe, give a bumper there in 3 and 4, but he played it clean, went to the high side where it's been quick all night long. And a great race to the finish. White recovers after a couple shaky weeks. The Merchant gets his best finish of the year in 3rd, and Tucker Minter, most importantly, gets his 2nd win. There's a look at the results after the 165 laps from Charlotte, Evan, and look at the list of names. Plenty of guys who
Do you miss driving an open wheel car? You know, that was great experience. I think that, no, not missing this, really.
After the win at Las Vegas, and the list continues. How about a great comeback by Zach Novak despite the adversity early on through the first yellow?
And we talked about this next-gen era, bucking the trends of cars who start up front and lead the most laps winning these races. That continues in this one. Not a single car who finished in the top 9 started this race in the top 11. I mean, they all picked up a lot. You get to the midfield here, some notable names. Of course, Casey Kerwin had an opportunity to lead some laps. Maybe there's a different result in this one, where he ends up in victory lane. Daniel Falkingham, somebody else there in 28th position. KB at points seemed posed to be a conversation, or in the conversation, I should say, to be a race winner here.
Yeah, but a lot of guys in the back struggled, and of course that comes down to the attempts at overtime. You're just scrapping for position, and sometimes you're just not on the right end of the stick. You know, Falkingham
They just snipe each other.
and then we'll get a look at 31st through 40th.
What do you think about the IR window in Indy? I think it looks better than Hollow. What that means? What are you doing?
That's what gets them out of tonight's race from Charlotte. But plenty of them hung in through a majority of the race. But at the end, it's Tucker Minter who
No.
outlasts them
Don't
all
touch with
and
paw.
is in victory lane for the second time this year. Tucker, you joined Elite Company. Not only you, but now Ray Alfala are the only drivers in series history to have more than one win here at Charlotte. And this one came down to the wire. What are the emotions?
Is it better than before? I don't remember if they, you know, really change it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Don't remember about this.
Nice to win, just battling side by side, green to the end, but then that added pressure, the green-white checker, and to be able to pull it off.
But I think it looked great
up front with everybody.
before,
That was
and
just a ton of fun.
you know, I think right now it's the same. At least for me. If they change something, then I don't really see these changes.
Of a Logitech G machine. That eagle on the side of this car was flying long run. So my lap graph probably looks really funny at the start. We were a little bit nervous on how the weather was going to play out for us, but you know, we kind of dipped back down to the 30s. But once we got a little bit more confidence in how the car was going to handle, we were just flat flying at the end of the run.
That car was in mint condition, Tucker, through the end of that one.
Compared to Hollow, for sure. You know, I think this IR window a lot better than Hollow. You know, Hollow is really good for protection, definitely. But it looks not great. Like IR screen so much better in my opinion.
And really just drive by him, but with how fast the outside line was, and you know, Steven's really good at defending and everything like that, and was doing a great job holding everybody, you know, at bay there with the tires.
Yes, hello! A long time no see. Yeah, doing well, thank you.
After Charlotte last year, I didn't feel too bad about
got new family member. Look at her. Her name is Chino Cappuccino. Chino Cappuccino. She's a guinea pig.
That's what iRacing and everything's all
about. And my dog's so excited that we got her.
Celsius as well, and of course Logitech G.
Айсли, она не будет с тобой играть сейчас, пока... Все, сядь. Yeah. She's got so... She's so cute. She's got really nice color.
You see the two tracks ahead of you, Nashville Super Speedway and Kansas.
Hey, stop eating my fingers.
The same type of drive,
no eating my fingers, okay?
Tire degradation and discipline, although it's a not as lengthy race down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I wish the races were longer, obviously, at this point, but I think Nashville, we had a really good race.
She's so cute, you know, already adapted pretty well.
I felt like the track races really well.
Nope,
and as long as we have those drawn out green...
she just hungry, I think. She just, you know, not really biting me. So she just, I don't know, trying my fingers. I don't know how to tell this.
It has already, plus... you know, dynamic track is really tuned in well with where the tire model's at right now. So
yeah, she just wants to eat, so that's why. And just return back her to box, and she's eating right now. Nibbling, yeah. You know, got her like at 9 p.m. Right now it's 6 a.m. So she's been like for a few hours with us, and she has already adapted pretty well. So she's eating, drinking, running. I think I noticed that she did some popcorning as well, which means that she's happy, and also communicating with my dog. Like she's so curious, trying to sniff her. Isley's so excited, she just going crazy.
I got kind of lucky when he got to that top.
Oh yes, Porsche just taken GTP.
And I was able to get to him a lot earlier than I honestly thought I was going to. And I feel like, you know, just as I was about to pass him, that yellow came out. Like we were even going down the back, and I feel like I had the tire advantage, and everything was going right until it wasn't.
Well, you grab in third. It was a standout race for not only you, but your teammate, Ryan Luza. Just talk us through how special that is for you guys to both move up to the field in kind of a synchronizing order, and for you to get this finish as you guys move on to Nashville and to Kansas in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, I feel really glad, you know, for all the FTR XL guys that we were finally able to put both of us to a really good race together, because, you know, we've had really terrible luck, and, you know, we were running out the front for the majority of the race, and yeah, I just got to thank all those guys.
She's washing her face. No, wait, Isley.
You know, all the Altus guys, you know, Chris Moneyhill, you know, I'm not sure where he finished tonight, but he really helped me this week learn how to drive this track, and without him, I wouldn't have been where I was.
Well, Seth, it's a great finish.
Yeah, you know, Cadillac is great, but yeah, Porsche just leading in GDP category, as they've been leading in LMP1 as well before.
After the season, he's had only one top 5 finish.
Okay, guys, Nashville Speedway, Super Speedway, going to happen May 27th, same time. So we'll see you in a week here. This week I'm going to stream, and yeah. So guys, we'll see you next time. I'm going to sleep a little bit. You've been into the city. Got it.
One of the newer tracks to the schedule has been a site to many exciting races. And again, if you liked what you saw tonight in Charlotte, KB, the drivers were telling us expect a lot of the same in these next 2 weeks.
Yep, Nashville, Kansas, 2 tracks that really challenge the drivers. Kansas will probably be the highlight after tonight from Charlotte, but Nashville has brought us banger after banger, so we should see that. And with only a 4-race segment, you talk about how consistency matters through the segment that was 5 races long. You cut one down, and that makes a big difference. The aggression is going to be high. That puts more pressure on the field of drivers that want to eke their way into the playoffs. And these 2 next races and the many weeks that follow through this gauntlet that we'll have mid-season,
yeah, guys,
to pay off if they're able to do well.
2 weeks left in the segment, 2 weeks left on this tire build.
All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it was nice to see you, Siege. Hopefully we'll catch you next time as well. My plans, by the way, I think Thursday I can stream. So in the morning I will have Indie Talks. The morning the Friday. So yeah, I think you can expect me to be here 22nd of May and 23rd. As well. So yeah, and enjoy the furry animal thing. Yeah, we'll adapt her, and also going to build a big home for her. We'll see you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.